There are places on Earth where people rarely get sick, hardly know what depression is, retain mental clarity into old age, and commonly live to 90 or even 100 years. These are known as blue zones of longevity, and today we'll explore what makes them unique, what they eat, how they live and work, and why they're not afraid of aging. Sardinia was the first discovered blue zone in the world, and it shows a phenomenon rarely seen elsewhere. Men live almost as long as women. In most countries, men's life expectancy is 5 to 7 years shorter, but not on this Mediterranean island. Sardinian men are mostly shepherds, farmers, or craftsmen. Their day is full of movement, climbing hills, walking from one pasture to another. On average, an elderly shepherd walks 8 to 10 kilometers a day, often on rocky terrain. These activities provide lifelong cardio training. Their diet isn't a diet in the modern sense. It's a way of life passed down through generations. The staples are whole grain bread, pecorino goat cheese, rich in calcium and enzymes, legumes, greens, seasonal vegetables, and olive oil. Meat is rare, usually reserved for large family celebrations. The local red wine, Okinawa, contains 3 times more antioxidants, flavonoids, than regular red wine. Moderate but regular consumption is believed to contribute to cardiovascular health. Social structure in Sardinia also influences longevity. Older family members remain integral parts of the household. They are not moved to nursing homes or distanced from younger generations. On the contrary, they live in the same house or nearby, help raise children, cook meals, and uphold traditions. This provides them emotional comfort, stability, and daily engagement, factors shown to significantly reduce the risk of dementia, depression, and loneliness. Another subtle but important factor is the slow pace of life. Urbanization on the island is minimal. There are no traffic jams, constant noise, advertising overload, or information pollution. People live in quiet, natural settings at their own pace, without chronic stress. Even medical care is often not needed until very old age. Sardinians suffer less from heart disease, obesity, or diabetes. Scientific research also points to genetic factors. The island has a high prevalence of haplogroups linked to healthy aging. But even those wouldn't matter without the lifestyle Sardinians have maintained for centuries. Sardinia is proof that real longevity doesn't come from pills or technology. It's built through lifestyle, community, movement, and food. Things that don't require extraordinary effort but do require daily consistency. Ikaria is a small island in the Aegean Sea, near the Turkish coast. It's not a tourist hotspot. There's no airport, and the ferry schedule is more of a suggestion than a guarantee. This isolation, natural environment, and slow pace of life have made it one of the 5 official blue zones of longevity. Over 40% of Ikaria's population lives to age 90. This is not a statistical fluke. It's the result of a lifestyle that has barely changed in the last 100 years. Aging here happens slowly. There are almost no recorded cases of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, dementia, or cancer, even among those over 85. A key trait of Ikarian life is the absence of chronic stress. Ikarians don't live by the clock. There's no pressure to be productive, no corporate structure, no fixed work schedule. People work on their land, in their own gardens, often rest for a few hours at midday, and end the day with conversation. This lifestyle lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that accelerates cell aging. Daily naps, siestas, regular physical activity in the form of walking, gardening, and cycling are normal. No one goes to the gym, but no one sits still for long either. Ikarian food is strictly local, seasonal, and minimally processed. The core of their diet includes cold-pressed olive oil, the main fat source, wild herbs, rosemary, sage, thyme, natural antioxidants, whole grain bread, rich in fiber and enzymes. Garden vegetables, tomatoes, cabbage, beans, goat's milk, cheese, honey, minimally processed, meat, only on special occasions, mostly goat or fish. Homemade red wine, daily but, in moderation. Researchers found that Icarians have low insulin resistance, stable body weight, and normal blood pressure even into their 90s. This is linked to both their diet and the absence of industrialized food in their daily meals. Social structure also plays a vital role. Icarians live in close-knit communities. People of all ages have social connections. Neighbors drop by uninvited, gather for communal dinners, music evenings, religious or seasonal festivals. Loneliness is rare. Psychological studies confirm this. Depression rates among the elderly on Ikaria are among the lowest in Europe. Even in old age, many Icarians remain physically active. Studies show that intimate activity at age 80 plus is common. Not an exception, but the norm. This is directly linked to low stress, good physical health, and a strong sense of social belonging. Ikaria is a clear example that longevity isn't something to be sought in genes or innovation. It can be the result of a simple formula: slow living, clean food, strong social bonds, movement, and a lack of hurry. Okinawa is not just an island in southern Japan. It's a place where hundreds of people calmly live to 100 years of age, and not as rare exceptions. It has become the norm. People here don't just live long. They retain mental clarity, mobility, and independence well into advanced age. One of the key factors in such longevity is considered to be ikigai, a personal reason to live. This is not a generic motivation or goal, but a deep awareness of one's place in the world. People in Okinawa know exactly why they wake up each day. Whether it's to take care of grandchildren, tend the garden, help neighbors, or pass on knowledge to the younger generation. Even in their 80s or 90s, they remain active because they know their role in the community. Losing one's ikigai is not just linked to apathy. It is associated with the gradual fading of a person. Another factor is diet. Here, you'll rarely see an excess of meat or fatty foods. The diet is based on sweet potatoes, tofu, seaweed, fermented foods, vegetables, and green tea. They follow the principle of hara, hachi, eat until you are 80% full. As a result, low rates of cardiovascular disease, healthy weight, and minimal diabetes. Social support also plays a crucial role. Every resident has a moai, a small circle of 4 to 5 friends or neighbors with whom they maintain close contact throughout life. They solve problems together, support one another financially or emotionally. This lowers stress levels and creates a deep sense of stability and trust, a factor scientifically linked to reduced risk of chronic illness. Physical activity here isn't about gyms, but is integrated into daily life. People walk a lot, tend their gardens, sit on the floor, which requires them to frequently get up and down, maintaining mobility, and dance traditional dances. Okinawa is a unique example of how harmony between purpose, social interaction, healthy eating, and natural movement can delay aging by decades. And it's not a secret. It's a culture that has remained unchanged for centuries. Longevity is not just about genetics or medicine. It's a daily choice. What to eat, how to live, how to think. We can't change everything around us, but we can adopt habits from those who truly know how to live long and happy lives. If you enjoyed this journey through the Blue Zones, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell. More unique topics are coming. Don't miss out.